Okay, so hello everyone. Just nice to see you here, and you're welcome to Core English class that we're going to start for our first unit in year 1 and semester 2. That this unit 7 that talking about passion and fashion. But in this section, I will share with you with the present perfect simple tense. And in this part, it just not focus only the pure present perfect in here, but it just will be combined with past simple as well as the other part of the perfect tense in here. Okay, so without further delay, we just go and detail this part. So learning outcomes of this sharing. Everyone will be able to use present perfect tense effectively, as well as distinguish between present perfect simple and past simple tenses. Okay, you will be able to identify what are the differences and in form as well as in the usage of the part. And I do hope that all of those things are not quite new for everyone here, but this one just want to clarify and guide everyone just go through and learn furthermore. That just add up and everyone can practice in here. Okay, so the first part we're going to focus on present perfect simple tense. So what is present perfect simple tense? The present perfect simple link past experience. Can link past experience meaning it's a link between past and the present. The activity that might happen in the past and continue to the present time. Okay, it expresses the effect of the past on the present. The past on the present. Or the other way they can say present perfect simple tense is the past of present simple. You know what I mean? Meaning it just happened between past and the present simple on here. Okay, you can see this one. So here past means past simple, here means present simple. So talking about present perfect simple, it might be happened somewhere from the past and it just spread to somewhere here. We don't know whether it have finished or not yet again, but it's just somewhere in here, or it can be continue until this time and finish before present simple on here. Okay, so it's just here from here to here, it's just the present perfect simple on here. Okay, so the other part, the present perfect simple means complete before now. Okay, the other part we can say it just complete before now. It just happened from the past. It might be complete or finished sometime before the present here. Alright? It does not express when an action happened. It did not tell us when did it happen. If we say the exact time, we use the past simple tense. So whenever we do not know the specific time in the past that happened in the past, so we use present perfect simple. But when we know it exactly, we do not use present perfect simple, but past simple instead. You can look at this example. For example, in my life, I have traveled to all 7 continents. In my life, I have traveled to all 7 continents. So we did not know the specific time that the speaker say. So when, okay, how old was he when he started to move and travel around the first continent, and somehow we don't know exactly. All right. You can look at the second example. I traveled around Africa in 1998. So 1998 here, you get the specific time in the past, the exact time in the past. So in this case, we cannot use present perfect simple, but past simple instead. Okay, you got it? Okay, so in short one, we can say you can recognize present perfect simple by the first one is just link past and present, and the other one is just complete before now, meaning to complete for before the present, or the other people they can say it is the past form of present simple. So we just finish before present simple. Okay. And one more particular thing, when we don't know the exact time, we use present perfect simple. But if we know the specific time in the past, when exactly, so we just use past simple here. All right. Okay, so let's move to the next slide. We should move to the form. Okay, positive form. Okay, as here, we should focus on one. We should focus on subject, right? So subject, have or has, plus verb 3, or you can call it like participle, plus an object. So subject plus have or has, plus verb 3 or participle, plus an object. You can look at the example. I have seen the film before. I have seen the film before. So I is the subject, have, seen is verb 3 or participle, the film is an object, before it the time expression that can be used with present perfect in here, right? The second example, she has seen the film before. So the same thing, I just change the subject from I to she. So anything change in here. So she is the subject, has is has, seen is verb 3, the film is an object before each of the time expression. Why this one we cannot use she have, but she has? Okay, since she is the third person singular, he, she, and it, we usually are done with has. Are you with they? Which I use with have in here, right? Okay, so remember this one. Something in here, right? So he, she, it used with has. Are you with they? Just use with have. Okay, let's see the negative form. So it's the same thing. What is the difference? It's just we just add not as a have or has. All right, the same thing in here. You can look at this example. They have not seen the film before. So they is subject, have is have, not is not, seen is verb 3, or you can call it like participle, and the film is an object before it the time expression in here. Okay, so briefly, and this one I strongly believe that it's just quite new. It is not quite new for everyone here. Okay, in case that some of you may not come up with this, so I just tell and edit up to you, right? Okay, just move a little bit, move to, okay, one more example. He has not seen the film before. You see what the difference? He used with has, right? Just like she as well. So he, she, it just used with has. Okay, I will not explain you repeatedly in here. The question form. Okay, we just invert have or has to the beginning of the statement of the sentence. Okay, so have or has plus subject plus verb 3 or participle on here plus an object. Okay, and don't forget question mark. Without question mark, it's still wrong. Have you seen the film before? Have, yes. You is subject. Film is verb 3 or participle. The film is an object. Before is the time expression in here, right? The second example, has she seen the film before? So has in here. She is subject, seen is verb 3 or participle. The film is an object. Alright, it's not far different, just change the position and then it can make to be the question form by itself. We should move to short answer. Example, have you always lived in Phnom Penh? Have you always lived in Phnom Penh? The answer is if you have lived in Phnom Penh in here, you can answer yes, I have, or no, I haven't, if it's not true for you in here, alright, in short one. Or you also can answer in full, yes, I have always lived in Phnom Penh, in pace. Okay, so I better move. If you have some question, you can ask later, you can comment, or you can ask in the Google Classroom or even during the live time. Okay, the real-time meeting, you can discuss. Okay, we shall move to the use or usage. So there are three main uses of the present perfect simple tense. The first one, unfinished past. It expresses an action that began in the past and still continues. It just happened in the past, but it still continues unfinished. Example, we have lived in the same house for 10 years, right? So we have lived. So 10 years ago, we start living there, but until now, okay, we still live in the same house in here. We did not move to the new house or somewhere else. I have been married for 6 years. So right now, I still live together with the family in here, right? So it still continue. My relationship, my marriage life is still. Again, time expression. Okay, notice that time expression that are common with this use. We can say for 2 years, for a month, for a few minutes, for half an hour, for ages. So for, okay, since 1970, since August, since 8 o'clock, since I was a child, since Christmas. For, we can say like we use for with a period of time, we use since with a point of time. When? Since 1979 until now, for how many years? You can calculate there. For How long? For 2 years. All right. For a man, for a few minutes. Okay. So remember this one. We use for with a period of time. Sin with a point of time. When it start at 3 o'clock. We can say sin 3 o'clock. Okay, that event has happened in my life, for example, right? So those things. Okay, so can I move to the one? The second usage of present perfect simple tense. Just talk about experience. Okay, it expresses an experience that happened at some time in one's life. The action is finished, but the effects of the action are still felt, right? So the action finished, but it still remain. For example, I've been to the United States. I still remember my experience there, alright? How many times has he been married in his life? So the experience of getting married for how many times? Okay, it might be this guy is just not just only one time that they keep asking this one. Okay, whole his life maybe more than one time marriage life in here. Or sometimes you can use it to talk about your working experience. You can say, for example, like I have been work for a transportation company for 6 years, for example. So that's why I just talk about my experience to work in the transportation sector or company. So that is still with me right now. I still have such experience with me. So when I move to the new company, I can do it well, right? Okay, exactly when the action happen is not important. Question and answer about definite times are expressed in the past simple tense, for example. So when the action is not important, question and answer definite time are expressed in the past simple. Remember this one? Okay, examples. We did. When did you go to the United States? When did you go to the United States? If we really want to know about the definite time of that part, we need to ask them in the present perfect simple, but past simple. Did you go? Alright. I broke my leg once. So despite it's just a short period of time, the activity or the action, okay, sometimes you broke it, even though you did not realize it. Alright. So you cannot use it in the present perfect simple, but in past simple. Alright. It already finished, but sometimes we did not notice it. Alright. Okay, to move to the third usage of the third usage. Sorry, it is still on the second one that we still talk about experience. So, I want to emphasize about time expressions. So the adverbs ever, never, and before are common with this use. Ever, never, and before are common with this use. For example, have you ever been to Australia? Have you ever been to Australia? Right? Ever been to. I'll never try hanging jumping. Okay? I'll never try. Something in here, right? It commonly used with experience. I haven't tried sushi before. Okay? So since you have no experience with sushi, so this time maybe. Okay, so I did not have many things to talk a lot about this one. Maybe you can read and you can also understand, right? To move to the third usage of this one, the present result. It expresses a past action that has a present result. The action usually in the recent past. Past action that has a present result. The action is usually in the recent past. Let's go and see the examples. The taxi has arrived yet. The taxi hasn't arrived yet. So, as the result, what? We are still waiting for it. The timetable right now, but we did not see the taxi. Okay, call for some time, but they did not. The taxi hasn't arrived. So, what the passenger doing here? I still keep waiting for it. Okay, the second example. What have you done to your lip? To your lip. What have you done to your lip? It's bleeding. What's wrong with it? The bleeding means blood. Okay. The speaker saw the blood on your lip. So what have you done with it? Okay, so let's move on. We often announce news in the present perfect. For example, have you heard? Have you heard? The Prime Minister has resigned. Have you heard? The Prime Minister has resigned. Okay, so this is the way that they announce you. So this one with present simple, and this one, sorry, present perfect. This one also with present perfect in here. Dennis had a baby. Dennis had a baby. It's new, surprise! Wow. Okay, she has a baby now. Okay, but the details will be in the past simple. Okay, so for the news, they announce it with the present perfect, but for the detail, normally they just use past simple. For examples, she resigned. She resigned because she lost a vote of no confidence. So because of that reason, and then she decided to resign. All right. It's a boy. He weighed 3.5 kilograms. So the detail is like that. What baby? Boy or girl? How many kilograms was he or is he? Yeah, he weighed 3.5 kilogram. Okay, this is the detail. So come back again. We can say announcing you in the present perfect, but the detail will be in the past simple. All right. I better move on. And if you have some question, just keep asking and discussing later. Right? Just go. So this one is just about time expression. It's just some part that you need to remember as well. So the adverbs yet, already, and just are common with this use. So with the present result, yet, already, and just are commonly used. I haven't done my homework yet. You see? Okay, I haven't done my homework yet. Mean negative. Okay, has the postman been yet? Has the postman been yet? You know postman? Yeah, the one who should delivery the letter or the mail, okay, in the past. Okay, question. So yet you can use it in both in negative and question. I've already done my homework. I've already done my homework. So between have and verb 3 of participle. She's just had some good news. She's just had some good news. Okay, so this is the time expression with okay, jet already just commonly used with the present result, the usage of present perfect simple. Okay, be careful with been and gone. Okay, maybe most of us are confused between been and gone. He's been to the United States. Experience, he isn't there now, meaning he turned back to now he's just in Cambodia, but he just experienced, he just felt about the United States. She's gone to the United States. She's gone to the United States. Present result, she's there now. Gone, mean right now she just stay there, but been, she just turn back and just experience. Okay, so just distinguish between this one. Okay, more and more we just confusing between been and gone. Okay, can I move? Okay, so that's it about the detail of present perfect simple. So now let's go and move to distinguish between present perfect or past simple. So what are the different? All right. So the first one we can say the present perfect simple or present perfect can express unfinished action. So it just finished unfinished, just express unfinished action, while the past simple tense expresses completed action, unfinished action, and completed action. Okay, so just remember this one for present perfect. Okay, and this one for past simple. All right, so you can look at the example and compare between present perfect and past simple here. Let's go. I live in I lived in Phnom Penh for 6 years. Okay, so I still live there for 6 years. It's unfinished action yet. I lived I lived in Phnom Penh for 6 years. So you see what? Live a completed action. Just only for 6 years, but right now I live somewhere else beside Phnom Penh city in here. You can see the example. I've written several books and now I can still write some more. All right. Okay. I'm still young, so I can write more books. Shakespeare, mean like William Shakespeare, the famous writer in London. Okay, Shakespeare wrote Surrey play. Surrey play mean like the story or the play. Okay. So Surrey play mean Surrey story. So he can't write anymore. So that's why they use wrote. Wrote mean finish. A completed action here. Okay. We can move to the differences between present perfect and past simple in here. For the second one, we can say the present perfect refer to indefinite time. Maybe we don't know when did the exactly timed expression or time that the activity happened, while the present simple refer to the definite time. indefinite and definite times in here. Okay, notice the time expression used with the two tenses. Okay, as you can remember it all, it might be much better in here. So let's go and see. For example, I've done it for a long time. Okay, just wanna indefinite time. Okay, I've done it for a long time. I've done it since July. All right, but we don't know which day, which date or something in here. Since July. Okay, I've done it before, but I don't remember when exactly. I've done it recently. All right. Okay, recently finished it. I've already done it. All right. Already done it. Right now, it's just done. No need to ask more about my homework. Okay, I haven't done it yet. I haven't done it yet. All right. Which is opposite. Let's just move and see the time expression in past simple. I did it yesterday. Exactly yesterday. I did it. I did it last week. Okay. I did it 2 days ago. I did it 2 days ago. I did it at 8 o'clock. Okay, now it's 10 o'clock. So I did it. I completed. I did it in 1987. I did it when I was young. Okay. I did it for a long time. Okay, for a long time. Okay, so this is the thing that different. Remember this one is just indefinite time for present perfect simple and definite time with the past simple here. All right, so something here. Okay, be careful with this morning, afternoon, etc. Have you seen Amy this morning? Have you seen Amy this morning? It's still in the morning. This morning. Did you see Amy this morning? It's in the afternoon or evening. Alright? This morning meant it's still in the morning. Okay, when you use it with present perfect, it's still in the morning. But when you use it with past simple, the same thing in here, but it means that right now you are in the afternoon or in the evening. Okay, so I think my presentation just come to the end, and we should conclude what we have learned so far. So today we should learn about present perfect simple and how many usage of present perfect simple, everyone. The first one is present perfect simple uses to talk about unfinished past, mean the action that did not finish in the past but it still continue. Talking about experience, okay, you just feel it. For example, like I have been to United States. Right now I am in Cambodia, Phnom Penh, but I just feel regarding to my experience in the United States. And the last one is just present result. It's just about the thing that you have done, but it's still good thing in the present time. So the part and the other part, there are two different things that we can compare between present perfect simple and past simple. That the first one you can remember about the uh, uncompleted or unfinished action. So that's part you present perfect simple, and the other part that finished or completed action in the past, you can use with past simple in here. Okay, and if you like, you need to remember about the command time expression that used with present perfect simple as well as past simple. When you know about those things, could you remember that present perfect simple used with the undefinite time, while the past simple just used with the particular or definite time in here. Alright, so this is the end of my presentation. If you have some question or discussion, please drop your comment in the link, or even in the Google Classroom, or even in the real-time meeting. Thank you very much for your attention. Okay, and see you soon. See you tomorrow, right? Okay, good luck and see you. Good night to see and meet everyone in here. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Good luck.